everybody? Barry Griller. Gonna start another Umai project. I've got some pork tenderloin here. I'm gonna make some Spanish Lomo. It's a cured meat. It's gonna take about 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks. Got my little coffee grinder here. Got all of our seasonings. Got the Instacure #2. Make sure you use #2 for anything over 2 weeks of curing. Otherwise, you can end up with some stuff you probably don't want going on. So let me get these trimmed up and weighed up, figure out exactly how much I need, and then be right back. Okay, got our pork tenderloins all trimmed up already. They ended up weighing right at about 3 pounds, so it's right around 1,600 grams, I want to say. So I went through, measured out accordingly. I'll throw a list on of exactly what I used. You're going to have to make sure look it up, do it yourself, because this isn't something you want to ballpark. Put it all in our spice grinder. Ended up with this. I've ground up some thyme, Instacure #2, Morton's kosher salt, some onion, a little bit of sugar, garlic powder, and a bunch of black pepper. So I'm going to get these loaded up into our food saver bag. We want to make sure that we rub these liberally, get every nook, cranny, everything like that. I mean, you want to just cake it on there. It's going to go inside the food saver bag for at least 2 weeks. Depending on when I'm home, it might go a little bit longer, but at least 2 weeks for sure. So let me get these bundled up, and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Alright, it's been about 3 weeks. I know I said 2 earlier. Ended up getting busy. It's getting to be summertime. Got our Spanish Lomo out. Went ahead and took it out of the vacuum pack. Rinsed off all of our seasonings here. Kind of just trying to dry it off a little bit. It smells incredible. You can just tell by the way it feels. It's got a nice cure going to it. So now, the next part of our long drawn out process, in the process of charcuterie. I've got some paprika, which is traditional for Spanish Lomo, and I decided to kick it up a little bit with some chipotle powder. So I've got 3 tablespoons of paprika, 1 tablespoon of chipotle powder. We're going to take our pork loins. Just, I might not use all this, it's just a ratio for what I'm using, 3 to 1. I'm going to just cover it lightly, get a nice even coat on it. I got our Umai bags. I'll throw it in the freezer, or not the freezer, in the refrigerator. It's going to be in there for about 4 to 6 weeks. You want to see a loss of 30 to 40% by weight. I've got my scale. We'll mark down the date. We'll mark down what they weigh in grams. And in 3-4 weeks, start checking it, and then we get to eat. So let's get this done. Looks nice and evenly coated to me. Let's give this a shot. Okay, I've already sealed one end of our Umai dry bag, and they say to crumple these up, and it helps with the air channels. So slip that in just like that. Okay. We've got our vac mouse strips. And I broke them out lengthwise just because this is so big. Not sure if that's exactly how you're supposed to do it, but it's how I'm going to do it today. Seems like it's been a really long process. I'm really hoping this just turns into some amazing meat. Maybe we'll do it again. Hopefully. There we go. Looks like a good seal, didn't seem to back off at all. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever it comes to these vacuum sealers, I like doing a second backup seal every time, just because And we'll put one more. What I'm actually going to do on that backup seal is I'm going to fold the corners just to make sure that we get all of it. This is a little bit wider than my vacuum sealer here. I'll get this other one done. I'll get some weights recorded. I'll see you guys in a few weeks. How we doing, everybody? It's been about 6 weeks. Ended up with a 40% weight loss on this bad boy, a 37% weight loss on this beast. We got a couple different kinds of cheeses. I got some fresh mozzarella, a couple tomatoes, some Gouda, some Swiss raclette, if I said that correctly. If not, you know, just thought I'd grab a couple things from the grocery store, see what we got here. I've already partaken slightly in this, and I'll tell you what, this is gonna be made again around the holidays. That little bit of Chipotle powder we put in there, it makes it spicy, but not to the point where it's not pleasant. It's just enough to really wake up your palate. Got my knife nice and sharp here. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see exactly how we're working with here. I'll cut some more. You can see like right through this stuff. You cut it thin enough, and it's got an amazing texture. It's kind of buttery, kind of velvety. Like I said, just a little bit spicy. You can taste that paprika. Most of all, you taste the pork. Lomo is tenderloin in Spanish or Spain. It's really unique. Reminds me a little bit of prosciutto, but definitely not as fatty because we're working with a lot more lean cut of meat. But like I said, this is something I'm definitely going to plan on around the holidays. I think it's going to be a new staple in the bearded griller's house. So I'll cut up a couple more pieces here and make up some stuff and see what you think. Went ahead and sharpened up my knife good. Just trying to get nice thin pieces. And you can see the texture. I mean, it pulls right apart. It's super tender. Load up some fresh mozz. Throw a little tomato on top. Kind of caprese, kind of not. Spicy, salty, get a little bit of acidity from the tomato. Creaminess of the mozzarella really brings out some more flavors in the Lomo. I mean, just awesome stuff. Let's try this little Gouda. Melds really nice with that creaminess of the Gouda. I can see doing this in like a wrap, a roll up, something else. More than likely it's just going to get eaten with cheese and crackers. Let's try a little bit of the Swiss raclette. Forgive me. Much sharper cheese, but the Lomo still really complements it with just the texture, the flavor, that paprika coming through. I mean, you can really just tell it was aged, and it's just got a like really bold pork flavor. So. I hope you guys give this one a try. It was a lot of work, but it's totally worth it. See you next time.